Well, good morning. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Opulence Global family. Super excited to be here with all of you. Say hi to me, welcome yourself to our phenomenal Saturday morning training. I am really looking forward for this call, and I just want to start welcoming every single one of you to our amazing call. This morning is going to be full of new knowledge, new surprises, and just great things happening in our business. And I just feel very honored to be the one announcing the news, releasing you what's happening, what's coming, obviously providing you with the training and the tools that you need in your Opulence Global business to run it successfully. So I am excited to see people here from all around the world, and I am going to actually promote Simon to panelists. So if at any point he would like to share his screen, I just want to welcome you, Simon. Good morning for you as well. Today is going to be an amazing call. All of you are going to be able to learn everything about our new i-Payout system. So I am really excited for that. We've been working many months now to be able to release this project for all of you so that you can have, obviously, all these tools, all this opportunity, all these features, cutting edge technology. It's just amazing and phenomenal. So I just want to say hi to all of you. And I'm going to go through the list to see how many countries we have in the house. It's 10:01, so I know many participants will just keep on coming. Blast on your chats. Let your team know that we are just about to start the meeting. I just want to welcome every single one of you. And then once we do that, we're going to get right into the meats and potatoes of this phenomenal training. We're here. We are excited. So I want to welcome you. Hey, Elise from Thunder Bay. We have people from Alberta. Good morning, Carmel. We have people from Israel. Amazing. We have all the team in Toronto. Anil, Liz, good morning. Wendy is from Trinidad. Thank you. This is my first call. Priscilla from United States. Welcome, Priscilla, to a phenomenal training. Thank you for showing up for you and for your business. Abraham Lionel from India. Welcome our team from India. Angelia from Singapore. We have people from Singapore. Good evening. Judy from Alberta. Hello, Israel. Jehuda is in the house. Boris from Edmonton, Canada. Very nice. Good morning to all of you. Good morning, Wendy from Trinidad. This is my first call. I'm just going through the chat here. Awesome. Pittsburgh is in the house. Thunder Bay, Edmonton, Israel. I love it. Good morning, good afternoon. I love how we all say, for all areas on the world, we have people on an evening, on the night, on the afternoon. It's just phenomenal. Great. Turning in from Whitecourt, Alberta. Middle East is in the house. Mr. Payman is in Iran, Sweden. Saeed is in the head office. Welcome, everyone. Saeed, I'm assuming there is more people there from the team. Ottawa, Ifra is in the house. Leah Shing is in the house. Stockholm, Emmy, Mrs. Mami Clara is in Stockholm. Very welcome to all of you. Tammy Whitmer from United States. There's some people on the Q&A as well. Awesome. Reza from Ottawa. I love it. Great. Well, we are just getting ready here to start. And obviously, I am really excited. Please, I just want to know that we are all just getting ready here. And absolutely, we also have people from Kenya, Febronia. Welcome to the team call on a Saturday morning. We know it's Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon for you. So I am really excited. I'm just guiding here. Okay, so I am really excited not only for all the news that I am going to be releasing to you today, it's with excitement is to always bring good news. You see, we are always delivering good news, things and tools that you can use and implement for your business to help you be successful, to help you increase the revenues of your business, to help you have more sales. No, hello, Ronan. I love it. Did you forget how to say my name? No, actually, I should say everybody's name. I would like to welcome all of you. I'm just going through all the chat groups here. It's just exciting. So welcome Abraham, Angelia, Anil, Boris, Carmel, Casnel Dornelli, welcome. Charlie, I know he's in Hungary, right? Am I correct? Dylan Alexander, Delton, Donut, Mami, Erin Spring, hello, Faith, Eyal, Febronia, Ifra, Judy Jensen, Karen, Christine, Lars, Lawrence from Singapore, Leah Xing, Lori Brooms, Lorraine, I love it, Liz, Madeline Maria, Mary, Mavis, Maisel, Molina Sadu, Mirna, Ohad, Payman, wow, I love it, Pini, welcome to the call, Priscilla, Renee, Reza, oh my God, we have all the leaders here, Ronan from Israel, Sada Hassan, Saeed, Sherry, Simon, we have 2 Simons in the house, Tammy, Trina, Uru, Vincent, Wendy, Jehuda, and Julianto so far. I love it. Really, really excited. I know leaders are going crazy on the chat group, sharing with the team. Make sure you hop on the call. It's just amazing, amazing. Obviously, today is the day where you're going to have a lot of questions and we're going to try to answer them all. I know Charlie is in Ireland, so I am just excited to see all of you coming together for an amazing powwow morning to give you a training about our new payout system. I am really, really looking forward for this because remember one of our mottos in the Forensic Networker when we have Ramin Mesgarlu teaching us, our CEO and founder, you know, these basically it's like an amazing master training for the people who are in the multi-level marketing business. And he always says that if you're not getting better, you're getting worse, correct? So I want you to close your eyes and look at all the areas of opportunity that you have, not only in your business, but as a human being, with your family, with your significant other, at your job, at your business, at the things that you love to do so that you can become a better version of yourself. So we are always looking for either tools, partners, companies who have gone through all the obstacles and challenges that we might have in order to make the system better, in order to give you the tools that you need on the field on a daily basis to make it better. So we get really excited about that. We have so many more people hopping on. Justine, you're here. Ronan, thank you. Sherry, it's just amazing to see that all of you might have team members together. I know sometimes the Niagara team gets together in one house and then they are all ready for the training together. I know the team in St. Lucia is always going to events on Saturdays, so I hope that they will have the time to, you know, be on this call. This call obviously is being recorded as well, which is phenomenal, because this way we will make sure that all of you will have access to this information after. So without further introduction, I really want you to all welcome Simon Benhuisen from i-Payout. He's been a tremendous instrument in the development of this project. And I remember Simon, it's been a phenomenal journey, you know, working together with this because, you know, it's a team. You know, Daljit Basra, our office manager as well, like he's been very, very instrumental on this. And I just feel excited, Simon, to share with the team this morning to show them, you know, the layout of the new page and how they are going to be able to access their e-wallet. I guess this is going to get them excited to go and make more money in their business. And, you know, the features and the possibilities are absolutely endless. So Simon, are you there? Can you hear me okay?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Simon. I know you are also in a different time zone, and I mean, the microphone is all yours. I know you are a master on this project and obviously on the platform, and I am really excited for the team to have a little bit of an experience, a little bit further than only a sneak peek that we gave them on Tuesday. So, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, actually. What you would need to do, I logged in twice. So if you see Simon Van Heusen desktop, that's the login that I need you to enable screen sharing for. And I
Okay.
think what you've done is enabled Simon Van Heusen, which is what I can use for my webcam. I'm not sure if you guys can see me now.
No,
Okay, do you see Simon Van Heusen desktop?
no, I see Simon Malonda.
Well, okay. I'm getting this message, host disabled participant screen sharing, whenever I try to share my screen. And I've got the e-wallet fired up here.
Let's see. I'm just going through the panelists here. So I have you once. Okay, let's see. There you go. Now, on that one, you can share screen, you know, in the bottom where you have share, so people can all see your screen, whatever is happening in your desktop.
Okay. Maybe this will work. Sorry, I'm not too fluent with Zoom.
It's okay, it's all good. Did you see the little icon on the bottom that says share on your Zoom program?
Oops. Yes, I'm going to.
Perfect. So, Simon, I know that obviously you have worked with so many other companies in the deployment of this system. And obviously, one of the things that it was key for all of us to see the potential of this. And there we go. Now we can see your screen.
Awesome.
It was that we have many capabilities for many different countries, and we are really excited for that. So I'm just also going to wait here.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting a feedback here. Let me try that. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to have to do this. Okay, so what we've got here is, try this. What we've got here is the login screen for the Opulence. Okay, Danielle, I'm really sorry. I'm getting a feedback here because I can hear myself speak at the same time.
So you have to mute. Okay, so what you have to do is turn off the volume on your desktop since it's not the one that you're using, because that's why you're getting echo.
Are you hearing an echo as well?
No. You just hear it because you are together. You are with your phone or with your webcam and then your computer, because you're logging twice. So
yeah.
You're listening at yourself with the echo.
Okay, how about this?
Awesome.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, I'm really sorry about that. I just had to get that out of the way because...
don't worry. I'm just trying to also find, I have another big surprise for you, so I'm trying to get it here.
Let me know when you'd like me to start.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, sure. Well, it's nice to be in front of everybody again. I probably spoke with many of you on our previous call last week, where we gave a brief overview of the e-wallet system and some of its features and capabilities. That's when Ramin was on the call. Today, I'm going to sort of walk you through what the user experience is going to be like with the e-wallet, talk about how setup can take place and the various features you'll have access to within the e-wallet. So Daniela, you'll have to stop me along the way if you see user questions come up, because I think it'd be really productive if people were to ask questions along the way.
Absolutely. So for you, you won't be able to see the chat at the same time once you're presenting and once you're sharing your screen. So I am here as your backup, of course, and obviously people can see what you're seeing on your screen. People can see that you have like the email with the e-wallet registration, and on the background, you are there. But before we start, also, I want to share with the team, you probably already see here that we have our CEO and founder, Ramírez Garlúa, as well. And people are excited to listen to all of that you're going to present to them, Simon. So the microphone is all yours.
Okay, great. Let's do this. So, so what you see here is the registration email. As soon as you're registered in the Opulence back office as an e-wallet user, you're going to get an email that looks just like this one. It's basically just a link that you're going to click. If you do that, it's going to open this screen here. This is a fresh e-wallet page. You're going to need to copy your username and password into the login screen. So you'll click continue. I've already entered my information here once, so I'll just put it in. Oops. Hit login, and I've actually already activated this account. So what I've got to do is, okay, so since I've already activated my account, I didn't really expect this would happen. Try to go back to the account wizard. Since I've already activated my account, I don't need to go through the account activation any longer, but I can actually show you what that's going to look like just by pulling up a demo account, if that's okay.
In the meantime, I'm going to share here, Simon, that every single one of you, your members, and whoever has obviously an ID number with the company will have access to create an account through the i-Payout system. So you will have to go through the activation process. Obviously, it's very user-friendly, I must say, Simon, and it's easy for people to obviously put it. People have said, obviously, they can't put their date of birth, which we already talked about it on Tuesday, and we will let them know today. For those who are having certain difficulties and they have questions to ask, we can go through that in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. The date of birth was locked. It's just one of the settings that we had installed at the customization. I mean, that obviously doesn't change, so it's better to have that locked. We just need to ensure that the date of birth is correct coming through the first time. Mm-hmm. So what I've done here is, like, since I've already, I got my little demo account with Opulence, and I went ahead and registered yesterday just to test it out, but I didn't realize that once you've registered, you can't go back and run the registration again. So I just logged into a demo environment here where I am able to go back into what we call the account wizard. It's just the registration process. So where I left off, as soon as I entered my username and password, a screen very similar to this one that you see on my desktop would pop up. There is a little tutorial video that will start playing automatically. It's basically just, this is your new e-wallet account. It walks you through some of the features. I would encourage, it's 4 minutes. I'd encourage you to watch it the first time you set up your account. It just talks about, there's a little demo, an example of the email that you'll get. It'll walk you through the registration process. Very, very intuitive. Exactly what we're going to do today, essentially. So I'm just going to close that. This is what you would see as soon as you log in. Your information that's been passed to us would be populated here. Anna is my colleague. You'll enter your country. You'll enter, the date of birth is locked for now. You'll enter your preferred language of communication. If you're working on behalf of a company, you can actually enter that information here. Mm-hmm. Because possibly you have a tax ID or some corporate details tied to that for the purpose of adding a bank profile later. So once you've entered your full name, address, cell phone number, your country and state or province of residence, preferred language of email communication, then you can move on to the agreements. First of all, you'll verify that the information is correct. You'll agree to the terms and conditions. You can see little pop-ups here if you just click on them real quickly. Basically i-Payout is PCI compliant. We handle bank account details and credit card information all the time. So we're fully compliant with the regulations, the most stringent regulations around the world. You can also see a fee schedule, a little snapshot here. This is a demo environment, so these are not Opulence fees. I think Opulence fees are better. This is just a demo environment. You'll enter a transaction PIN. Now, the transaction PIN is really important because you need this anytime you want to change information in your e-wallet, like change your bank account, add a new bank account profile, change your contact settings, update any information in the e-wallet. So it's something that you should just remember, like a credit card or a debit PIN number. You don't want to tell that to anybody. And you're going to get notifications when that's changed by email or text. You'll also enter some security questions in case you get locked out of your account. Obviously, you can choose from a wide range of security questions, and then you'll hit continue and the registration process is done. So I'll just leave this demo environment, go back to Opulence, because this is where you'll end up after you've completed the registration process.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind, Simon, adding a little bit more of like zooming in a little bit?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, perfect. So that people who are watching on their mobile phones, remember we have people on the go all the time, so we want to make sure it's clear for them. So thank you for that.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, right, so this is the first login page that you'll see here. And now keep in mind that anything that you do on the desktop can also be done on the mobile application. So I know a lot of people use their mobile phone exclusively for everything. So you can go to the App Store, either the Android App Store or Apple App Store, and download the Now e-wallet. Just type in NOW or i-Payout or International Payout Systems, and the app will come up right away. It's going to be the top result. You'll just download that application, and you can log in from there. You'll need a merchant code, which you can get from the e-wallet here, and you'll be able to do anything that you can do on the desktop on the mobile application. So let's say this is your new e-wallet account and you've received some commissions. And by the way, you can actually activate even before you receive any commissions, you can activate your e-wallet account. So you can go through the whole registration process that I just walked you through, and you can go ahead and log into your account. You can add your bank account profiles and different withdrawal preferences and set up your account and just really get to know the system without even receiving commissions. But let's say this is your new e-wallet account. You've got, $10,000 here in your balance, and you want to withdraw the money because obviously you need to go for dinner and do different things, pay your mortgage, whatever. You'll want to click on withdraw funds, and you'll be presented with the various withdrawal options that we've offered the users of Opulence. Depending on where you are, different options will come up, but these are the standard options. So you can get a paper check. You'd be surprised, some people still really like paper checks. Bitcoin, not as popular, but it's definitely an option, and you'll basically be receiving Bitcoin. You'll have to enter your wallet details, and the USD or the Canadian dollars will convert into Bitcoin or whatever the prevailing market rate is. You could get a reloadable gift card. The reloadable gift card is basically something that's emailed to you, and it's a 16-digit PIN. It's like a virtual credit card that can be used on Amazon or anything, for making purchases online. Mm-hmm. The most popular option that we've seen, I run reports of all of our clients, and a bank account is probably 60 to 70% of the preferred withdrawal preference. And it's just because, the money goes directly into your bank account really quickly, 1 to 3 business days. Wire, everyone knows what a wire is. It basically goes through the SWIFT network. It's a little more expensive. Really, there's no reason why you would need to get a wire unless you had a Canadian dollar account offshore. So somewhere which is rare. So I don't think that the wire is going to be very popular, but some people still opt for it, just a handful. And a reloadable prepaid card, that's going to be a really popular option. So we'll just walk through how to set up each of these profiles real quick. If you did want to get a check, you would enter your address. Obviously, we just need to ship the check to you. This is our headquarters in Fort Lauderdale, so that doesn't actually correspond, but yeah, you just enter your address information. Make sure that you're entering the information in the required fields. The fee is $250 to get a check. That's going to come out of the balance. Once you've entered that information, just click continue. Oh, here, yeah, so the zip code is incorrect.
I love that, Simon, because that means that if for any reason you're typing something incorrectly, that, you know, maybe the country doesn't match the postal code or whatever. We've seen this over and over. When you are just typing, it automatically gives you errors. So I love that because it prevents you from continuing to the next step if something is incorrect.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, we validate all the information before it's ever sent to the bank. So yeah, here we go. So yeah, we'll minimize errors. And I mean, we've done a really good job at preventing errors with bank accounts, errors with addresses. So you'll have two options: regular shipping, it's free, well, it's included in the $250 fee. That takes 7 to 10 business days in continental US. I'd say around, you know, we want to say 2 weeks to be safe. But really it would take around 7 days to get somewhere in Canada. Internationally, you're definitely looking around 2 weeks if it's going through regular mail. Depending on your country, there will be an option to express ship and the related fee for that service. If someone really wants to check and wants to pay $50 to make sure it gets there, you know, it's FedEx standard overnight, so it's a guaranteed method of delivery. So you're just going to get it much quicker. And you'll get a tracking number as well, which is really important. Say if you have a large check coming. But let's say we just want to do a regular mail. Click continue. And obviously I don't have enough money in this e-wallet to continue. So that's basically where we stop out. But you'll just see a confirmation screen where you will have the option to finalize the transaction and receive your money. Bitcoin, like I said, I don't think it's going to be very popular. So we'll just look at that really quickly. You basically have to provide some KYC, you know, some ID verification information, just because, you know, Bitcoin is anonymous, yes, but because of money transfer legislation, we do need to identify the recipient and provide that information to our Bitcoin partner. So once you've uploaded the information, you would then go to a screen where you would have to enter your Bitcoin wallet details. I think we're also dealing with Ethereum and one other cryptocurrency. So just the major cryptocurrencies at this time. And you know, if it does become popular, then we can start to explore more crypto options. But for now, we've just got the major ones. And then you would see confirmation of your Canadian dollar balance to whatever the value is in Bitcoin. And that rate would be valid for, I think it's 15 minutes, and you would have to accept the transfer within that time, or else it's going to lapse and you'll have to start over again.
Exactly. You know, Simon, as we go, I would like to, I want you to go through the entire presentation, and we will do questions and answer at the end, team. I know you're putting your questions there, but I don't want to interrupt Simon. So just so that you are clear, we will go through the questions at the end. Thank you, Simon.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, I saw a couple comments come in, which is pretty cool. All right, gift card. So this, you'll just enter the name and email address, and there's predetermined denominations, $25, $50, or $100. And you would just, let's see if we can do this. So you'll just select your amount, add it to the cart. I don't know if it's going to let me check out because I have insufficient funds.
Mm-hmm.
But if I could continue, yeah, insufficient funds up here. So if I could continue, then I would be brought to this screen. There's related fees for the gift card. Let's see if I can enter my PIN and go any further. No, it doesn't look like it. So since I've got insufficient funds, I can't complete this transaction, so we can't see the confirmation screen, but you'll have to enter your transaction PIN. So this is a good example of where you have to enter your PIN in order to complete a withdrawal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a really smart security feature, because if somebody hacks your account, guesses your password, this is really rare. But if it does happen, you know, we want to have stops in place. So you'll have to enter your PIN, and hopefully you didn't tell anyone your PIN, because then they could complete the transaction. So keep that PIN private, and know that you're going to need to use it anytime you want to complete a transaction within your i-Payout account. So this is the bank account profile. Like I said, I think this is going to be the most popular just from what we've seen. People like to get their money by bank transfer. Let's say you're in Canada. Let's say you're in Canada and you want to enter a Canadian bank account to get an EFT, basically just a direct bank transfer in Canadian dollars. Since you're earning Canadian dollars, there's no foreign exchange rate. You'll set up a profile, so like Simon's Canadian dollar TD bank account. Currency is obviously Canada. So we do need the SWIFT code. It's typically something that's only required for wire payment, but we do need SWIFT codes for your bank account around the world. I think it's just to do with us validating your bank. So you'll need to contact your branch to get the SWIFT code, or you can just find a list of SWIFT codes online. I didn't anticipate this, so I don't have the SWIFT code handy, but you'll see a little image here that tells you which information from your check goes where. So this is and if you already know this information from your bank statement, then you can just populate it. So let's just see how far I can go here.
Simon, I think we have Rene Leao, our top millionaire. It's Romania. I think he went through the process. He entered everything in. Everything worked perfectly. Maybe Rene, you can share your experience after Simon's finished.
I know Rene raised his hand. So let me see, Rene, if you are enabled to talk. Hi, Rene.
Hello, Danielle. How are you?
I am fantastic. And you?
Very, very good. And thank you so much for this amazing training. And yes, actually, it's a very seamless. And again, he's absolutely correct. I do have the SWIFT code for TD Bank if you want that right now. But no, it's there's actually a link, as he was mentioning. If you go and just Google Canadian bank SWIFT codes, you can find all the SWIFT codes. And what I love about this is that if you happen to have a bank account, let's say in Taiwan, like my wife's bank account, and you want to send money there, I can actually add my wife's bank account, and add her SWIFT code, and have money sent to Taiwan. So I love this feature. It's an amazing training, and thank you so much so far.
Thank you, Rene. You see, I told you all the capabilities and the functionalities that this system will give you. It's phenomenal. I remember when I was talking to Simon, I said, okay, so let's say I have, like you were saying, Simon, $10,000 in my e-wallet, and I want to send $5,000 to pay for university of my son that it's in a different country or in a different state. I can basically do it through a Visa card, on Christmas for $100, or I can directly deposit to his bank account or whatever it is that he's using in a different country. So this allows you to have accessibility to your money in so many different ways. And I really love that our people can have that flexibility and that freedom to make those choices.
Yeah, absolutely. I just switched headsets here. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good point that Renee mentioned, and yourself as well, Daniela. You're able to add multiple bank account profiles. So if you have one, I mean, it's going to need to be a joint account if you're going to be adding your spouse, because your name does have to be on the account. You would be able to add an account with somebody else's name, essentially, because that could, potentially be fraud. But if it is a joint account and Renee's wife is on the account as well, then that's going to be fine. And if you have multiple bank accounts around the country, so a lot of people have bank accounts in the US, bank accounts offshore, internationally, you can set up those bank account profiles and actually do local currency bank transfers into those accounts. So let's say you're in Canada, you've got your Canadian dollar bank account, you can put 5,000 Canadian in there from your 10 grand, and then if you got a US account, you can convert that US and the Canadian into US and deposit. It'd be something like 3,900 or whatever it would be, US into your US account. Same goes for overseas. If you've got a bank account in Asia, you can set up that bank account profile. And all of those profiles would be listed here on your bank account page. Since this is a demo environment, I don't have any funds in the account, you won't see any actual accounts listed here, but you can easily add the accounts, and once you do so, they'll all be shown there. And like Renee said, finding the SWIFT code is really no problem. You can find a list. I mean, you can call your bank as well, and they'll give you the exact information that goes into these fields. You can also contact i-Payout's customer service. Let's just show you that real quick. There's a support page. I'm just jumping forward a little bit, but there's a support page where you can, first of all, find answers to frequently asked questions. So, we're pretty good at knowing the common questions that users are going to ask, and so we've laid that all out here very nicely. But if you want to talk to somebody, and this is totally myself, I want to call somebody, and I want to make sure that I can speak to somebody on the phone. So just know that you're never going to be left alone without someone to speak to. There's always going to be a live agent who is available to speak with you. We have the major languages covered right now, but if you do a chat or email, then we can talk to you in any language, obviously, just using translation services. But we're actually, this says 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern. We're 24/7 operation, so you're always going to be able to get somebody on the line in multiple languages. We staff according to our clients' needs, and we have, of course, redundancy and overflow capacity. So there's never going to be a moment where you won't have someone to help you with anything related to your e-wallet account. You've also got this dedicated email address, which is really cool. So myopulence at globaleWallet.com. You can send an email directly to that. Our customer support team will pick it up right away and get back to you. So yeah.
Oh, Simon, I just want to add one really quick thing as well, just to share some feedback since using the system for a few days now. And it might not be a huge thing for some people, but I know for others it is. But I love the fact that your overall fees that you charge for different operations it's so low. I have many friends in the industry in different companies, and we occasionally talk about this, but the fees that you have, they're so low. It's really quite remarkable. Looking at a wire transfer to your bank account. And so I know that for a lot of the high income earners before, when you have to pull, for example, $1,000 a day from the old MasterCards, it kind of tallies up with the ATM fees. Other than the fact that all of your fees here are really so low. So this is a nice thing to have, and I want to say thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's great feedback. I really appreciate it. We've engineered our fees so that it sort of makes it easier for the distributor to. So let's just put it this way: the reloadable card, it's there, and we're going to go into it and show you how to receive it. But there are cardholder fees that they're just high, and that's because Visa and MasterCard are very strict. The card issuers, the issuing banks, all have their own fees. It's kind of an old school way to get your money. I think and this is what we've seen in the trends. People want to get money directly into their bank account. The card is nice to have, and it's kind of cool because it's essentially, it can be used like a credit card. It's chip and pin. It can be used around the world. So if you're out for dinner and you want to pay for your meal, and you pull out your Opulence Global card, it could be a good, it's convenient, because it's just convenient to use credit cards, but it could be a good marketing opportunity to show off your membership with Opulence Global and maybe encourage someone else to join because they could get a similar type of card. But in terms of fees, the bank account is definitely the most efficient. So if you stay in the e-wallet and withdraw by bank account, then you're definitely going to be able to get your money a lot more cost effectively than using the prepaid card. But we understand that people do like to have a prepaid card option available, and so we want to leave that there. We'll look at Wire real quick. It's similar to bank account. You're going to enter your bank account details, SWIFT code, and basically, again, the Wire would be useful if you have like a Canadian dollar account, or even just it would have to be a Canadian dollar account offshore, or maybe a USD account offshore, and you wanted to convert the Canadian into USD, because the bank transfers would only work if you've got a local currency account in whichever country you reside in. So, if you do have a alternative currency account in your country and you're not in Canada, then the Wire could be an option for you. The last option that we'll look at here is the reloadable prepaid card. This image, it's actually a chip and pin card. All of the cards that we ship now are chip and pin. So I just need to get our tech team to update this to reflect the chip. It's a reloadable card denominated in Canadian dollars. It's shipped from the USA. So domestically, shipping would take about 7 to 10 business days and up to 3 weeks internationally. So just keep that in mind. If you're ordering a card, just be wary that if you're not express shipping, then and that's right, $40 to get the card sent out via express. But if you're not, then you've got to wait maybe 2 to 3 weeks to get your card. You can review the fees here, and Renee mentioned, a lot of companies, a lot of these card programs are quite expensive. So there are cardholder fees that you can review here. ATM fees, you need to be very mindful if you're using your card internationally. There's various fees. So this should say non-Canadian currency transaction fee, because the card is denominated in Canadian dollars, but that's 3% on top of the typical spread, the prevailing market rate that day, and also a monthly maintenance fee of $2. These are fees charged by the issuing bank for the card, so they are what they are. We'd encourage you to stick with bank transfers if possible, but if you really like the card, just be mindful about the fee schedule here. You can also look at the cardholder agreement. That's kind of small. I hope I didn't lose my place here. But yeah, I mean, these are things you're going to want to read so you understand exactly how the card works before you proceed with that option. However, if you do want to receive a card, you would just and again, unfortunately, I don't have the funds in this wallet. I should have given myself a virtual balance, but you'd be prompted to enter some details such as your address, and you'll confirm that before you finalize the transaction. Now, something that's really cool that I think everyone will like is the automatic transfer option. So no matter which option you choose to use to withdraw your funds, you can set up any of them as an automatic withdrawal type. And that means that, okay, let's see. I don't have any account profiles in here, but yeah, so actually I want to show you this. So let me just go back to this demo screen here. Right, so this is probably a better one to use. say I did want to set up an automatic withdrawal. This demo environment has a bunch of different bank accounts set up in it. So say I wanted to make my Agricultural Bank of China account my automatic withdrawal option. I could choose to have the money passed directly through the e-wallet. You've still got to log into the e-wallet one time, register, set up the bank account profile, and then set your automatic withdrawal preference. And once you do that, you can set up the frequency of which you'll be receiving funds into your e-wallet account, so into your bank account. The money will pass directly from Opulence into your wallet and then automatically go into your bank account. You can choose to have the funds automatically sent to your bank account or whichever withdrawal method you selected, including prepaid card, all of the options. The first of every month, anytime there's a commission payout, so say, I think Opulence has a weekly payout schedule, you'd basically be getting a payment into your bank account every week. If it's monthly, then whenever Opulence puts funds into your e-wallet, that would pass straight through and go into your bank account. And you can get really creative here too. So you could choose to withdraw just half, 50%, 10%, 90%, whatever you want. And basically keep some money in the e-wallet. Maybe you want to use it for future purchases, or you just want to hold it there for a little while, then you would have the option to do that. And of course, you would need to enter your transaction PIN in order to set the automatic transfer type, because well, basically, we just don't want people doing anything without entering that transaction PIN, just as an added layer of security. So that's what that looks like. Now there's also, I showed you the support section. We've got frequently asked questions. So, anything that comes up in the past that is typical for distributors to ask, it is shown here in the FAQ section. You can also send questions directly from the e-wallet interface. So this will probably be the best way to send questions to our support staff, because the inquiry will be tied directly to your unique e-wallet account. We do get customers contacting us through email. I would recommend using the myopulence@globaluwallet.com email address, the dedicated email address. Don't send it to there's also, discover@i-Payout.com. Don't use that one. That's more for like web leads. Don't send us inquiries through social media. We're not allowed to respond to those because of security issues. We have a policy where we have to deal with user requests through the authorized, the protected means of communication. So Facebook messages won't work, for example. And also, yeah, I forgot to mention at the outset, the entire e-wallet interface is available in 17 languages. So we've got all the major languages covered. If it turns out that Opulence has a large distributor base in a specific country where we don't offer local language support, excuse me, we'll just roll it out. We'll just, it would make sense at that time just to to translate the e-wallet into that language. So we'll work closely with Opulence to ensure that all of the features and all the options within the e-wallet are optimized for the user experience, to make it as simple as possible to log in, access your funds, add bank accounts, use all of the various features. I actually forgot to go through the account settings page. So here, basically, you can just review your information. If you want to change any of this stuff, then you could. Oh, and also at the outset, you choose how you want to receive notifications. So text, email, or both. You'll get an email and a text when the payout is received, when a transfer is approved, or if there's any change to your profile. So I would encourage you, personally, I would take both, but you can choose whichever means suits your preference. This is really important because, if your account did get hacked, and again, it's very rare, but if it did, and then someone goes in and tries to change some of your profile settings, and you've got, text notifications enabled, then they wouldn't be able to change anything. And if you did want to change these preferences, then you'd have to enter your PIN. So again, don't tell anyone your PIN. Yeah, you can look at the various profiles that you've set up. So if you've set up multiple bank account profiles, you can view them here. If you've got a prepaid card profile, you can see them. Automatic withdrawal settings, you can change those. Invoices and subscriptions has to do more with payment collection for the purchase of new products. I think that we will probably work with Opulence to provide that option at their discretion, so we won't go into that at this time. That's about it. I think I'll turn it back over to Daniela and maybe take some questions. How would you like to do this?
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, of course, there's a lot of questions. I was just waiting until the end because obviously this way you grasp most of the training. As I said, this training is also going to be available on our YouTube channel under the playlist of training as of next week. Obviously, there is a few questions, so I'm going to go through them, Simon, very quickly. So
sure.
For some people, they already did, they went on hands-on training at the same time you were talking. They were doing their account. Some of them already got their verification email. Their profile is set up to go, and it was just very easy and user-friendly. So a little bit of feedback to you. So
Good.
People are asking, I wanted to ask you, do you happen to have handy, Simon, the list of the countries that had a sanction, so that if there is partners that know someone in those countries, so that they know, obviously because of the United States sanctions, they can't access to this payout system, because obviously people are, asking about their particular country. We know this works in, most of the countries, but probably I remember having this conversation at some point with you, and I know there is a list of countries that, might not be able to use this system.
Mm-hmm.
They are very excited about the gift cards as well.
That's good. Yeah, the sanctions list is something that's always changing. So I don't maintain a list out like just on my own on my desktop somewhere. I would Google UN sanctions and US sanctions and combine those lists, and those are the countries that we can't pay into. Now, i-Payout is a US-based company. We're definitely 110% going to comply with all of the OFAC sanctions, Office of Foreign Asset Control sanctions, the UN sanctions as well. We just cannot be sending money into a country that's been sanctioned by the USA or by the UN. It would be extremely bad for our business, and we would jeopardize our clients, basically, that we're working on behalf of. So it's basically, just it's impossible to pay money into those countries. If there's a specific country that you have trouble sending a payment to, let us know, and we can provide you with more detail, and we can look into that case further. But I would just Google a list of UN sanctioned countries and OFAC sanctioned countries, and you'll be able to see the countries that we cannot pay into. But again, feel free to reach out to our customer service team if there's a specific country that, maybe it's in a gray area. I know there's some stuff going on in Eastern Europe, like Russia and Ukraine, or what is it below Russia? That
Lithuania or something.
Yeah, some the countries, they sort of go into a gray area, and there'll be like a temporary sanction sometimes. So just let us know. Send us an email. We'll tell you right away if we can or can't, or what capabilities or options we have for that specific country.
Perfect. So, for example, this one. This question is, I am currently using the app on my phone, and it is asking me for a merchant code. Where do I find this? Is there a merchant code that associated to Opulence that they have to put for the app?
Yeah, there is a merchant code that, let's see here. Yeah, so once you're in your e-wallet interface, log in on the, okay, so they've logged in on their mobile phone. Let me do the same. So if you do have access to your desktop, then you would basically find it just by clicking on the Now app. But
Yes, it's
you know,
better to do it directly from our layout.
right? So they are exclusively in the mobile environment. You know, since I have my mobile phone plugged into my headset here, I don't. Let me see if I can do this. Can
Well,
you guys see my?
basically, if there are, they can do it from desktop. They just go on that Now click, right?
Now click, yes.
Yeah, yeah. If they click on that, then
So I'm gonna just keep on answering the questions here. Boris is asking, username and password are to be created new or same as our Opulence users. So the same way we told you on Tuesdays, for this particular i-Payout system, you're gonna use your ID number from the company that you can find in your dashboard. ID numbers are unique, but usernames are not. People might have a similar, you know, username, or maybe today you are myopulence.com/Daniela, and tomorrow you decide to be Danny. So because you can't have access to changing your username, that's the reason why we are not using the username aspect. We're using the ID number that all of you have. It's a unique number and cannot be repeated. So to logging into this, you're gonna use your ID number, please, Boris, and yes, you can create your own password. I still have funds on my TrueCash card. Can I still purchase products without those funds? Yes, Marie, as we spoke on the phone yesterday, whatever funds were transferred into your TrueCash card are always accessible to you. You can go and spend them, go to the store, go to the ATM machine, whatever, you have access to that money. What you can't do is load the card. You cannot load the card. So that's why I think this also answers your question. I think it was Arthur or Abraham. That you cannot activate your MasterCard. You don't have to activate the MasterCard anymore. We are in the transition of getting everybody using the i-Payout system.
Actually, before we move on, Danny,
Yeah.
Those ID numbers that we use, you can always go back and change the username, I suppose, correct?
Correct. That's the reason why we're using the ID number.
All right, that's one. Second part is, if you have funds in your TrueCash MasterCard, folks, that MasterCard is working now. It's fully accessible to you. However, it is going to be expiring in a few months. Make sure that you take your funds out before it expires.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing I do want to mention, on Friday, you have some good news as well, Danny, about that visa. Maybe you want to bring that up as well.
Yeah, so we have also available some visas in the office. So if you need access to your money, like basically right away or before going into the i-Payout system, you can request those visas. They are not customizable. They like, because people think that they can put their name and all of that. So these are visas we have available for you. If you want to have them right away, we're going to use the same system that we were using before, because we understand this is going to be a transition period. So they are available if you need to have access to your e-wallet balance immediately. If not, if you are, you know, bearing with us in the transition with i-Payout, we're aiming to have this ready as soon as possible for you, so you can have access to your e-wallet money through the i-Payout system, and then just use any of the functions that Simon just shared with all of us.
But I suggest, folks, you're going to all get a Visa card from us. If you're earning commissions, you automatically will get a Visa card from us, which is a TrueCash Visa card. It works exactly like your TrueCash MasterCard, and we will be able to transfer any funds probably onto that. I will check with TrueCash on that. So you're all going to get this Visa card automatically. You're very familiar with the system. That will happen. So you don't need a card from i-Payout, but i-Payout has all these other options that you could use around the globe.
Correct. So how do I go into the e-wallet to register? So can you advise, Simon, people will have access directly from their back office to the i-Payout screen, or can you just give them the right on the chat, the website, the Opulence e-wallet, please?
So the question is, how do they register for their e-wallet? Can they do it directly from their back office, or?
Correct.
Okay. So once we get the ID and full name and email address from Opulence through the back office, then we would send an email to that user that looks like this here, which I pulled up at the outset. They need to log into, the users need to register for their e-wallet account externally from their back office, their Opulence back office system. So they need to open this email, click on this link here, and they'll be presented with this login page. They'll hit continue, and they would need to enter the credentials that are found in that registration email, which I'll pull up one more time. I know it's really small, so for me it's this information here. They can just double click, cut and paste information over to the login screen, enter it exactly as shown, make sure there's no extra spaces at the end there that might throw things off, and then click login. Now, again, since this is since I already went and tested the account before the call, I wasn't able to, we weren't able to see the registration page together. So I pulled up this demo environment that we have. That's, it's a little messy because it is the demo environment. This is exactly what they would see the first time that they log into their account. This video tutorial will pop up and open and play and just guide you through the registration process of your account, tell you, exactly what to expect and how to get through this entire page. I'll just close that. This is the information that they'll see. They can open up the tutorial video again anytime by clicking on video, but this is the registration page. So they'll just enter all their details here, set up their PIN, set up their security questions, agree to the terms and conditions and privacy policy, and confirm that the information they've provided is correct, and then hit continue. And at that point, the registration would be complete, and they would be directed to their homepage here, their e-wallet homepage here, which will look exactly like this.
Great. So I still have people, obviously, Simon, that went in, they tried to register for the e-wallet again. I understand we are on demos, but with the date of birth being locked, they are saying they are not allowed to complete the registration process. So they keep on getting error messages because of the date of birth. So is this something that is going to be removed once we are not on demo accounts, or is it something that they have to complete?
So that's something that that i-Payout and Opulence should work on after this call, because what happened was when we were customizing the account, we determined together that we would lock the date of birth because that information would be passed from Opulence, and it would be pre-populated in the registration screen. So since the date of birth information wasn't passed, I'm assuming, I need to chat with our operations team to see what was going on there. But I suspect that since it wasn't passed to us, there was a default, which is, I don't know what it is, but it's a default birthday, and that, that field is locked, and it should be locked because the birthday is never going to change. So we need to change that. For anybody who's registering now, we need to manually update their birthday and then ensure that we're either receiving that information from you or we unlock that field until the information provided is actually confirmed by the user.
There is another question here. It says, can we put an account number of a friend or family member if we want to transfer funds to someone else?
It's a good question. Yeah, the account has to match your name. So like I said, if it's a spouse and you have a joint account, that's fine because both of your names are on the account, but you can't put somebody else, like if you have a son or daughter. We can look into that again, just to provide absolute clarity. So I'll get back to you on that after the call, but the bank account needs to have your name. Yeah, and then you could follow up with.
The banking regulations are a lot stricter, folks. But the good news is you will have your Visa card, and you can do that card. You can do that card-to-card transfer with your Visa card.
Exactly. So, do we load the e-wallet from the back office similar to what we do? So the access. I'm getting an echo. So the funds will be available, this answer for Boris, the funds will be available as you get them. It's like similar to your e-wallet from your back office. You will just load how much money you want to be on the e-wallet, and then from the e-wallet of i-Payout, you can decide where you're going to be putting your money.
Or automatically have it transferred.
Sorry?
Or automatically have it transferred on automatic mode.
Correct. You can have auto withdrawal and then automate it. Exactly. That's a choice that you have. What about countries who don't use social security number? Can they use their ID? Okay, I think, Mami, this is just, we're confusing about two terms. The user ID from your back office is the user ID that you're going to be using to logging into the system. It has nothing to do with your social security number. Okay, whatever it is your bank account and whatever country is that you are, all you have to do is check that that country is one of the countries available for the i-Payout system, which also Simon just told us is basically most of the countries, and then they will be able to use this system as well. If we are in a partnership with one ID number, we cannot do this to bank accounts. That is correct, Kali. In this case, for partners who have obviously more than one person in the account, there is only one e-wallet per member. Am I correct?
Can you say the question again? Sorry.
So it's basically one e-wallet per ID number, because
Yes.
we have some partners that share the same account. So there is two names in the account.
Okay, but they have separate ID numbers.
No, it's one
Oh,
ID
they have
number.
one
Yes.
ID. Yeah.
It will be one e-wallet.
In that case, it would be smart to, during the setup, to I guess, have a company, have an entity, and then the entity will get paid, and both of those members would have access to the account of the entity. I don't see it being possible to enter two separate, person profiles in this registration page, but if you are working together as a limited liability partnership or whatever your corporate organization might be, then obviously there would be a bank account tied to that, and there would be people with the rights to access funds in those bank accounts. And if your partner's 50/50 access and you're named in the the registration documents, that you can access your bank account there. I think that's pretty much the only way two or more people could have access to the e-wallet account and the bank tied to the e-wallet account.
Simon, there's another question here. I'm just assuming that the fees are the same for any country. Arthur is asking particularly for the Caribbean. They are in St. Lucia. That obviously, for example, once you were clicking on the gift card or to have a Visa or a bank account or a wire transfer, the fees are always the same for any country, correct?
Oh yeah, Bitcoin, gift card, wire, prepaid card, the fees and check, the fees are the same. The fees vary slightly between countries, probably a minimum of something like $2 up to a maximum of $5.
And they can find the fee list over there, correct?
Absolutely, yes. Let me just pull that up here.
So I know, for example, when you were showing about the Visa, they can see all the fees and the transactions list that obviously Renee was saying it's a lot cheaper than what they are used to, which is phenomenal, because this is thinking about all of you distributors. This is thinking about what you do on a daily basis to have access to your money, and I love that. So Arthur, he's just gonna show you that in here. But then also, once you are accessing the money to your debit card, like in your case that you feel comfortable having a Visa card or a debit card, you can always put the money from the e-wallet, load it in a card and receive it. Or you can continue using your Visa card from the TrueCash system that Ramin was sharing. I've got some money in my MasterCard. What's going to happen now? I think we already answered that question. Your funds are always available. Just make sure you use them before December, because the MasterCards are going to be expiring. Let me see. What about India? Do we have bank access in India? I'm not sure, Simon.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, bank transfers in India are no problem, INR. So the Canadian dollars would convert to INR. You would need to enter um, your bank account details for that specific account. So let's see here.
How soon do we get the new visas from TrueCash? Will it be shipped to us with our next order? Yes, Ronan, we can do that as well. So if you are going to be placing an order, for example, during the weekend, just make sure that once you are checking out in the notes section, you add, please include my visa, my new visa TrueCash with this order, and then we will include it definitely for you.
What we gotta do, Danny, is anyone who qualified for commission over the last 4 weeks, they should get automatically without an order. So let's just, folks, make sure though your address is correct, and we'll send you a Visa card first thing Monday.
Can I customize my card? What is the cost and how many cards am I allowed if there is a charge for additional cards? Same thing, Arthur. I think Simon will show you in a minute.
And again, same thing with Visa card, TrueCash Visa card. Next step is the branded, gorgeous Opulence card that could be customized as well.
Exactly. So there you go, Arthur. If you are checking this out, for example, it can show you the fee schedule for each country. So in your case will be St. Lucia, but you have it by country when it's your e-wallet to your bank account. And obviously the credit card, not the credit card, sorry, the cards schedule as well. So if you have a Visa, how much are the transactions?
Okay, I just wanted to let you know that you can view the fee schedule at any time down at the bottom left where it says fees. Click on that and you'll be directed to the complete fee schedule. And for St. Lucia, you just find your country. There it is, $3. So the fees do change depending on the part of the world. Just some countries are a little more expensive. And also regarding the reloadable prepaid card, once we get the instructions from Opulence to do the fully branded card, that will, like Raman said, we'll have a really nice, great looking reloadable card to send out. So sorry, I just wanted to follow up on that before I forgot. And then what was the last question that you just raised, Daniela?
It was related to the once they have the Visa, obviously there is certain fees if they want to use it at a merchant account, but it's basically the same answer. Just fees for the wire transfer, yes, right there, and the visas for the card.
So they can see the fees here. Before they actually continue with ordering the card, they can view the fees and related limits. So the ATM limits, $1,000 per day, the daily load 10,000, maximum card balance 50,000, and then the related card fees here. So definitely become well versed with these fees before you start using the card, just so there's no surprises.
Right.
My suggestion is, everybody, use i-Payout for their bank transfer system, and or wait for a Visa card that comes from TrueCash. That's a system you're very familiar with for your card transactions. And once in a few months, then you can decide which direction you want to go. But i-Payout's strength is what they're showing you, which is bank-to-bank transfer. They got tons of different options for fund transfer. But when it comes down to prepaid card, TrueCash is one of the leaders, and you're very familiar with it. And this is already a system that's embedded in your back office. So you don't have to change anything. All it is that the MasterCard logo will change into a Visa. And we do the work in the background. And you just use it as you have for the past 12 years. So don't worry about the prepaid side of this presentation. Focus on the bank transfer side.
Great. Is there monthly fees for the prepaid card? Well, you already saw that, Julianto. You can take a look at the monthly fees as well for a particular. Do we register our TrueCash Visa and activate it through the TrueCash website and then put it on Opulence Global website. Exactly. So this is basically a new card because obviously we're not going to send you the same numbers. This is a completely new card, Ronan. So you can definitely do the same registration process and continue using it the same way.
There are some advantages, folks, with the current system that we have. One of them is, for example, if you have a MasterCard, a Visa, a credit card, if you want to load your TrueCash card, you can. In this particular case, you cannot. So there are some options that we currently have that you will not be able to do with the i-Payout system. So that's why it's wait for your Visa card, but utilize the bank transfer options that i-Payout was showing you.
i-Payout has, yes, exactly. James, you cannot transfer money from the MasterCard to the Visa. As we said before, whatever money is left over in your MasterCard, use it before the expiration of the card. You cannot load any more funds from your e-wallet into your MasterCard. It will have to be, if you want to use the TrueCash system, it will be to the new Visa. Charlene is asking, is there a fee to the e-wallet first before transferring to the card? There is like a welcome, no?
Yeah. So first of all, when you register and have a zero balance, so everyone registering today, there's no fees deducted until commissions are placed into your e-wallet account. So there is a one-time $1 e-wallet setup fee that is just, again, one time. It's to cover the registration process, and then there's just transaction fees. So a bank transfer fee. There's a $1.50 monthly activity fee. I would actually need to just pull up the fees here to see what we've got. But there are fees. There's a monthly fee, a small monthly fee. There's that one-time activation fee, and then anytime that monthly fee, actually, I should clarify, it's based on activity. So it's only charged in months where there's activity in the account. So activity counts as either funds being pushed in or funds being withdrawn. If neither one of those activities occurs in a month, then there's no monthly fees in that month. So say, for example, if you didn't earn or push any commissions into the e-wallet for a particular month, then and you didn't withdraw either, then there would be no monthly maintenance fee.
Correct. I have another great question here, Simon. It says that does the registration process accept addresses that go with PO boxes? What would happen with countries like in Africa that only use PO boxes for mailing and no postal codes?
Let me get back to you on that, actually. The question hasn't come up in the past if PO boxes are okay. I don't see why not, but is it okay if I follow up with you on that one, actually?
Yeah, I actually, just so that to give you a little bit of a response, Simon, I know you're asking in regards to Africa. We have many different members or partners that are in Kigali, in Rwanda, in Kenya, that send to PO boxes, and we had the same type of situation when we are shipping. So most of them say they do not accept it, but once you put in the postal code, you can put, what we were told is that you can put 000 so that the system will let you go through, even if you don't have a postal code in Africa. So I think this will help you with your finalizing your registration as well. But obviously, once Simon from i-Payout gets back to us, we can obviously let you know. If we don't have a company registered, what to do, that is optional to fill and send the company documents. Yes, Lars, this is only an option. If you want the company to be paid, then you just have to register the entity as a company the same way Simon showed us in the beginning. That's for your profile. If you wanted the entity to be paid, yes, that's correct right there.
Yep.
Also remember, some people have their Opulence registration for their business as well. So definitely. Is there a list of countries that allow the e-wallet system to be implemented? Yes, Amara, as he was showing you, even the fees, they are organized alphabetically ordered, so you can take a look at the fees based on your country and to see if they are available for you.
Yeah.
Free card when I press on the link.
Let's cover a little bit on methods of collecting and sending money. Simon, because some people may have not been on the call on Tuesday, which is in South America. What type of methods do you have over there? In Asia, what type of methods do you have over there, and so forth?
For payment collection?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And sending out.
For like
And yes, so say for example, payouts. We have many bank transfer options. I mean, pretty much bank transfer to any country around the world, except for those countries on the sanctions list. So, you know, rest assured that, let's say South Africa, we can find it here. There it is. If it's, say, Malaysia, there it is. So just find the country that you're curious about from the list here, and the fees will be populated. I won't go into, if anyone has any specific countries they want to check out, then let me know. They can also view the fees just by finding the little fees button down here at the bottom left, and they can click on the schedule here. Right now, for this account, we don't have the payment collection option enabled yet. We still have some work to do to finalize that for Opulence, but I can actually show you what
yeah, I was gonna ask you. I have available the map with all the i-Payout capabilities for in terms of countries, and also the i-Paying. Yes, you got it there.
yeah. So this shows you. Yeah, and I just got confirmation. It would be best if you did not use a PO box for sign up. If there's specific questions, contact our customer service team and we'll help you with that on the spot. But we would say no to the PO boxes. And I think it's something to do with, you know, we need to verify the identity of anybody using the e-wallet account. If your address, if you're using a PO box, I think there's some KYC problem with that. But contact our customer support team. We'll help you on a case-by-case basis and answer questions on the spot. If there's any exceptions we can make for you, then absolutely we would do so. This graphic here is the list of pay-in capabilities. So that's payment collection. If you would like to purchase new products from Opulence and use the funds in your e-wallet account, then you can do so. But if you have insufficient funds in your e-wallet account, say what you're trying to buy is $100 and you've only got 50, then you can actually draw money in through various means, depending on the region of the world that you reside in. So, for example, let's say in the U.S., of course, there's cash collection. There's also ACH debits. You can forward money into your, you can just basically use bank transfer to push money into your e-wallet account. The same goes for pretty much every other country. Global options include Bitcoin, PayPal, Union Pay. I don't think we've actually enabled PayPal for Opulence, but those options can be used around the world. There are some specific methods for different regions, like in Asia. There's, of course, Union Pay, but WeChat and Alipay are really popular. I don't think ePaylink is too popular. Kiwi is another global e-wallet account. Poly in New Zealand, NeoSurf, and Poly in Australia. There's a lot of options in Europe that can be explored, and in South America, there's a lot of well, bank transfer options, but very specific options for countries like Mexico and all throughout South America. You know, cash payment at OXXO locations, which is, you know, what I understand to be the equivalent of something like 7-Eleven in North America, and around the world there's just, you know, 30,000 or something like that locations around South America. So, and you know, for Brazil, Boleto is really popular. So yeah, we try to have the entire globe covered with the pay-in options that are popular in those specific regions. And if there is an option that that we don't have that is meaningful to our users, then we'll work with Opulence to deploy that basically just do an integration with that company so that we can use that pay-in method to push funds into the e-wallet. Any funds that you push into the e-wallet have to be used for the specific purpose of purchasing products from Opulence.
Mhm, mhm. So basically and I remember when I saw this, Simon, for the first time, I was really excited because I understand the needs of people in different countries where, people like in Africa that might not have a credit card to pay, or even in myself, in my country, back in Mexico, where people don't have a credit card, but they have an OXXO in the corner. So
Mhm.
I was really excited for that because this way people can just load money, go to the OXXO, which is the convenience store in the country, put the money in their e-wallet, and then go pay their lunch, their the new shop, whatever it is within the Opulence system to pay in. It could be their shopping credits, it could be their smart buy, whatever orders that they're going to do within the system, that they can load money through the e-wallet and have capabilities that are not necessarily a credit card. So I was really, really excited. Obviously, this is going to extend, the questions for like Rosa Maria in other types of countries, that obviously we have to take a look at it, country by country. But you have the main banks. You have BBVA, which I know is also in Central America. You have HSBC, which we also have in Central America. You have Santander, Banamex, like all these other banks that, will have these capabilities to input the money into your e-wallet. So I really get excited about that. So Lawrence found, I think, the Opulence merchant code 424624. Is that the one for the mobile app? Simon, do you have idea if that's the correct number?
It's going to be unique for everybody, tied to their e-wallet account. So let me find out. Actually, I've got one of our customer service staff here who's replying to me. So keep going and I'll get confirmation on that right now.
Perfect. Well, I think in terms of Q&A, we were done. Same thing, or error. They're getting error because of the birthday, which we're gonna correct. What would happen if I did nothing and just leave the balance in the e-wallet of my Opulence account? That's absolutely doable. You can just leave it there and have access to your e-wallet, obviously, to make purchases. That's also a possibility. If whatever income from your business you decide to leave it there, you can have access to it to pay for your orders, for your smart buys, for your shopping credits, whatever it is, your renewal. Well, you more or less see these countries that are listed there. Febronia, obviously, if you don't see the name, means that particular payment method is not available. But like Simon was saying, once we have the need and it's something that we can look and revisit, obviously i-Payout is there as a partner to help us figure it out. I have just a username called Intraxium, but it comes up as a company and I need to send in documents from this company under optional. I cannot remove that option. So Lars, I am not really sure about what you're talking about. Your username is not related to the name of your company, but it looks like the system is asking him to send some documentation, Simon. So probably you want to talk to their customer representative.
Yep, exactly. So if it's requesting documentation, then either upload that documentation, we'll review it and approve and sort of unlock your account. But you can also contact our customer support and they'll provide you with an answer right away. So there are specific instances where documentation may be requested when you're setting up your e-wallet account. So like I said, either provide the information or reach out to our customer support team. You could send an email directly to myopulence at globalewallet.com. I'll pull that up right now.
So, for example, obviously we have partners from all around the world. Everybody's going to start having different experiences. Someone is asking, is this the only way to collect payments? Well, you have many ways to collect payments if you are paying in. But regardless of that, once you have income or money in your e-wallet from Opulence Global, you can choose if you want to use the same truecash system that we were using before with the new visas, or if you would like to get put your money into your i-Payout e-wallet and have that all these capabilities that we just talking about. Nancy, how do I access the money I have in my e-wallet since I am not able to transfer to my MasterCard now? Nancy, again, Like we said, if you have had commissions within the past 4 weeks, we will send you a new visa with True Cash immediately so that you can transfer the money to the new visa. And then we are going to be implementing this i-Payout system as soon as possible. So then you will have access the same way through the capabilities Simon just shared with all of us this morning. So you can have the two options, but if you need immediate access to the money, obviously we're going to be sending you a new visa that is with True Cash because the MasterCards are about to expire. Any more questions here? Let me just go through the chat. Only way to get our payment from the e-wallet, why can I just direct deposit right into my account? Why a middleman? Yes, Christine, that's correct. When people ask, is this just direct deposit right into my account with the i-Payout system? That is correct. It has to be through the i-Payout system.
Yep, absolutely. So if they're setting up a bank account profile and requesting a bank transfer, the money goes directly from a bank account in their local country to their local bank account in their currency. If there's a conversion, if you're not using Canadian dollars, then there would be a conversion from Canadian dollars to your local currency. You would have an opportunity to review the exchange rate and the related transfer fees and accept that before proceeding, before finalizing the transfer.
Exactly. I think for Arthur, he was asking in regards to the True Cash. Ramin, are the fees for Visa and for MasterCard the same? I am not really sure about the True Cash system, if it's going to have the same fees that they are used to. But obviously, you will have access to that once you log in and you try to activate your Visa card.
We don't know yet. Visa just got to our office on Friday, so we have them now. That's great news. Now we have to get that type of information from True Cash directly. I don't anticipate things being much different, but we can have another call on that or some type of flyer on that first thing Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, we will be updating you on those as we go as well. Erin is asking, when is the expiry date on the GWT MasterCard? Well, Erin, depends on when you receive your MasterCard. Most of the MasterCards will expire at the end of this year. So that's the reason why we wanted it to put this project and implemented it as soon as possible. So if there is funds in your MasterCard, you can go shopping and enjoy your money, obviously.
Or just take it out.
Take it out. You can go to an ATM machine and take it out, and so that the GWT MasterCard is expiring soon. So most of them have December of 2019. So that's the reason why we're asking you in advance, okay?
We're going to emphasize on this, folks. Tell everybody, once the cards expire, since we don't have the program anymore, I don't think you'll be able to access any remaining funds on the card. Not the e-wallet. E-wallet's different. Just make sure you take all the funds out. And since we don't know, every card is different, we don't use the system anymore. Don't leave funds on the MasterCard. Go out this week, next week, whenever. Take out all your funds and start on the new system. So I just want to make sure that, because if your card expires, I'm not sure if we can access those funds or transferred out. So take your money out now.
Exactly. Simon, if you don't mind typing in the chat the email address where our partners can send questions to the customer service of the e-wallet. Thank you.
Absolutely. Oops.
E-wallet.com is going to be the email where you can have online support from the team in regards to the questions you might have about the e-wallet. Just bear with us in terms of the birthday. I know many of you are having the issue of the birthday. The reason why it's giving you is because we are not providing that information to the system. We don't never ask you for your birthdays. So we don't have that field on, but you shouldn't have any problems logging in without the birthday. So we're gonna be, checking all these features for you. And thank you, Simon, for typing in there.
No problem.
So let me get this right so I understand it better as well. When our IT team work with the i-Payout IT team, We will provide and set up everything. But i-Payout has a requirement of date of birth. We don't have that requirement in our registration, in our company. So obviously that information we never collected from our partners. So we cannot pass that out to i-Payout because we never collected it. Is that what happened?
We need to unlock that field or get that information from you. It looks like for the people who have registered right now and the birthdays are locked, we need to manually update those. So I've made a note on our side that we're going to go through and update those birthdays.
Okay, so that's something that i-Payout can rectify on their own.
They cannot continue the registration without the birthday. So I just want to make sure, you know, they can finish their registration, see what they can see and get access to that. But can we transfer funds back from the MasterCard to our e-wallet? No. Again, same question. Whatever funds you have in your MasterCard, go use it. You can take it out. You can go to the ATM machine. You can go shopping. You can go for dinner. You have to use those funds before the end of the year. Once the MasterCard is expired, most likely we won't have access to the system and access those funds. Make sure you share with all your team so that they take and use the money before the credit card expires. So I have a new LA partner yesterday. Which card will they receive? We have removed all the MasterCards from the new kids because new MasterCards will not be in use anymore. So he's not going to receive any card. As you see with the i-Payout system, the money can go directly into their bank account. So they don't need to have a MasterCard anymore. Only for those members who have had commissions received in our CEO will be receiving a Visa card, whether it's with their next order or we're gonna be sending it to you. Panelists, so yes, thank you so much, Simon. My Opulence at global-ewallet.com is the email. And then with this email, if you have any particular questions, our online team will be able to help you. So having said that, Simon, I think people are more clear into our system, into what it is, into how are they going to be having access. I am really excited of all the capabilities for the new countries that are to be launched, for you to have access to your e-wallet, to the money in your bank account. Like, it's just a stress-free. I just think of it like that. We are MLMers, we are working, we have a life, we are busy. So having the convenience of receiving the money automated in your bank account, I think it's huge. And I am really, really excited for that.
Well, most importantly, Danny, i-Payout system allows your business to go global in many other ways. Mm-hmm. It gives you so many options to send and collect money in the for purchasing products and getting into the business and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. That some countries that had some restriction, banking restrictions, credit card restrictions, now they have options. You can go build in South America using OXXO. You can use WeChat and UnionPay in Asia, which we didn't have before. It adds so much other ways, options for you to expand your business. So although you're going to use the new Visa card that's coming out, everyone should register on i-Payout and start exploring its options, because it definitely gives you a massive advantage with these great tools to be able to expand your business globally. Of course, when you talk to somebody about the business, the first thing they think about is that, how do I get paid? How do I pay you, right? So i-Payout gives you so many options that now that question should never come up again unless you are in one of those sanctioned countries. Now, some of those sanctioned countries that i-Payout doesn't have access to, actually the Visa card will have access to it. So it's important that, again, that's what I say, make sure you ask for your Visa card while you're setting up with i-Payout.
Mm-hmm. I love it. So obviously people now is asking some other questions not precisely related to the i-Payout system, but I think it's great, and I agree with you, Ramin. When you are in a, we are in a world that it's global. We are in a world that business is going everywhere. People can have the freedom of shopping around, going to different countries, buying from different areas. E-commerce is huge, and we are in that business. We are in that industry. We have to provide you with those tools. So I am really excited about what i-Payout is going to do for our members. And it's really nice. So for those who are asking where the recordings are to be found, All you have to do is go into our channel, YouTube channel, subscribe to it. There is a playlist called Training, Business Training, and you can see all the trainings organized by week. You can have product training, forensic training, and your business training from the Saturday mornings, including the Night of the Stars, under playlist in our YouTube Global channel. Okay, so I know we have many more news, so I just want to say thank you so much, Simon, for explaining to the team, for sharing this new addition. And I know you're going to get lots of questions from the online team. And I'm just really, really excited of how i-Payout is going to be helping our distributors around the world.
Simon, it's imperative that we get this the date of birth thing really rectified right away, because obviously people are excited. They want to go play and register. And we need to get taking care of this right away.
Absolutely. I'm going to start that discussion on our side with the technical team immediately after this call, and we'll have a resolution by Monday, no later.
Perfect. Thank you for your contribution, and welcome to Opulence Global. We look forward to building with you.
My pleasure. I'm excited to be able to present to everybody and to continue to answer questions, to work closely with the Opulence team to make this a really positive experience for all your distributors. So thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Opulence Day, everyone.
So team, before we go, Ramin, don't leave me.
No.
We have amazing news for the team. I'm just getting the slides ready here because I know Simon was sharing his screen. But I know there is a final QQQ. What about shipping products directly to India? Abraham, you probably don't know, but we have made some shipments to India that were delivered successfully. And we are really excited for that. But obviously, with the, I would say, with every country is the same. We have sent some shipments that went through successfully, but that doesn't mean all the packages will go successfully. But obviously, if you have someone that is purchasing product from India, we can still ship it under their own discretion. I would like to start sharing here because we have great news for all of you. And all right. So can you see my screen? Awesome. So I know Ramin and myself, we were very, very excited. We were working yesterday on all the implementations that we have. And because we knew today we were going to learn all about the new i-Payout system and how your MasterCards were going to be basically transition into this new system, I wanted it to share with you also, you know, amazing, amazing news. And I wanted it to give you a little bit of a feedback for those of you who are new in the company, who just started with Opulence Global. You just launch your business, you have your online shop, and then what? So I wanted it to give you a little bit of a short version of the story. When we rebranded last year, actually, it was in February that we had our first anniversary. When we rebranded and, you know, with a 13-year-old heritage that we had in GWP, when we were only focusing on fashion, all of a sudden we came up with beauty. After the amazing breakthrough with the Beauty Fairy Flawless, we had the health product of Fountain of Life, you know, coming to our lines of products. We became Opulence, a company that wanted to give you the best of the best in products in fashion and beauty and health. And we wanted it to be able to bring cutting edge products that will change your life, that will help your family, that will help the environment. And all of a sudden, our CEO came up with this safe home revolution where we wanted it to target amazing products for people with good ingredients, amazing products, natural and botanical ingredients included on them. And we really wanted it to stress that out. But with the launch of Fountain of Life last year, we all knew that we had an introductory price. And maybe Ramin wants to talk a little bit about this before we get into all the news that we want to share with you. We have put together a committee with the team members and the leaders in the market that give us feedback on a daily basis, that tell us what's going on, what's happening on the market, and we're here to listen to you. So Ramin, would you like to reiterate a little bit of what the 2017 release of Fountain of Life brought up to the company?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, it's exciting time. Fountain of Life obviously changed our business, and as usual, what we do with with any release, we have an introductory offer, usually for about 90 days, 120 days. But when Fountain of Life came out, is when we changed also to Opulence Global. The company was busy with complete rebrand, adding a whole bunch of new products and changing everything. And we were also thinking at that time, go become a US dollar company. So everybody, because when we started the original company in 2005, we were actually a US dollar company with a Visa card, and then we changed to Canadian. So when we did that, obviously, then people paid less to get in, but you also get paid less because you get paid in Canadian. So that part wasn't really that good, but we thought it was necessary to go to Canadian dollars at the time. So now, last year we decided, it's time to go back to US dollars. That means everybody pays in US dollars. That pays 30% more. Outside Canada, they don't care anyways. Everybody works with US dollars to begin with. But then you get a 30%, actually, but 35% raise because the conversion between Canada and US is about 35%. Mm-hmm. So last year we wanted to switch back to US dollars. So everyone excited about that because they're going to get this raise. And then we realized that there's a lot of challenges with the US dollars, and we decided that we're not going to do this. So while we're trying to figure all of this, so we kept the introductory offer, the pricing on the Fountain of Life. And in last year, that gave me a really good perspective on the massive costs associated to keep that product going.
Correct.
Because we have 6 law firms on the world that are constantly working for registration. I have David full-time working constantly on this thing. And the price is, we pay for that ingredients in euro. That price keeps going higher. We find out that, there's labeling involved in different countries, and every country has different type of labeling requirement. So basically our best seller in our company became a loss leader for me. Although you guys feast on that on pricing, but it became a loss leader for me. But that's fine. We kept it going for a long time. Now we've decided we're not going to US dollars, so we have a little committee. We call it Compliance Committee. It's some of the leadership core, and there's different criteria why they're there, from Asia and Europe and North America, and these are your uplines. So we've decided we're not going to go to US dollars. What we're going to do, we're going to increase the price in the introductory offer on the Fountain of Life. We're going to, instead of going 35%, we're going to increase the price by 25% on the Fountain of Life, and add an additional 5% to the zone pricing, because zone pricing, every country has so many different regulations, and it is absolute expensive to for us to be able to maintain shipping products to different countries. If you know this, if you came from another company, other companies, doesn't matter how big they are, they only specialize in a few countries. And then, we're only 6 countries, 7 countries, whatever. If you're outside these 7 countries, you're basically on your own. You can order products, but you have to worry about the VAT and duty, customs, and everything else. And then the company has nothing to do with it. So we don't do that. We have this policy called No Member Left Behind, and we try to, doesn't matter if you got a few members in the country, we try to help them out. And we have a system to try to partner with our partners and help them in not just our side, which is manufacturing and delivering commissions, but also helping them on their side. We have a full people staff in house for the brokerage, and so we partner with you, but that becomes extremely expensive, because otherwise I'll have to say, well, we only go into 5 countries, and just like other companies do. But I don't want to do that. So obviously we ship this product worldwide. We help you a lot in every step out of the way. So we're going to, so instead of going to US dollars, which have been a 35% increase, we're going to go 25% on the Fountain of Life, which, by the way, it's still about 50% of what similar but much inferior competition is selling from other companies. We take a look at the better antioxidant products, which still, in our tests, they're not even 25% as potent as the Fountain of Life. There's nothing like the Fountain of Life. And it's a complete regimen that they sell 3 times a day, and they sell for $150 US per month. And so that's like $225 Canadian per month. What do we sell for Fountain of Life? We're giving it away. Once your smart buy discount kicks in, we give it away for like $29 Canadian if you're in Canada, and 30 something Canadian. So this is not really, it's great for the end user, but we're in business to make money, and you're in business to make money as a partner. So obviously the leadership got really, really excited, because when in MLM, when you raise product pricing, as long as a CV raises with it, you get a raise. Who doesn't want a raise? If your job says you're going to get a raise from X amount of dollars an hour to X amount of dollars an hour, you'll be excited. But that's what this is in MLM. When the product prices go up and CV raises, you get a raise. So everybody get excited about that.
So I am excited about that, Ramin. So my question to all of you, to all the partners on this call is, are you ready for a 25% raise in commissions?
Yeah, so again, we can continue with this as I'm going through it. Daniela, if there's a slide, you can go with it. So, but I want to give a background of where so the decision wasn't now. We talked about this, I guess, January of 2018. So it's over a year now. This has been within the leadership. And so finally, I told you why we delayed it. So now we're ready to go. Of course, the leadership is excited. So can you get this in? Because everybody wants a raise. Everybody wants to start making more money. So if we raise by 100%, you get a 100% raise. 10%, you get a 10% raise. So I've sat there, and by the time we do this implementation, of course, everybody in the field will get an immediate raise. For us, it's not so clear, because when we put this up, the way our compensation plan is set up, it triggers a whole bunch of things, which is all to the benefit of our partners on the field. All of it. So a whole bunch of amazing things will happen for you, but that constitutes a cost for me. So if you want to, Daniela, start with that. Why don't you go? Let's go to the slides, and we can go through there.
Perfect. So the reason why I am really excited, like Ramin was saying, and all the leadership is, the group is excited about this, is because when Ramin created and designed the compensation plan, it was all thinking of the partner and how the partner will be benefit. So as Ramin was sharing with all of you, the Fountain of Life 2017 introductory prize will end May 31st. So May 31st of this year, 2019, so in 25 days or so, the introductory prize that we launch Fountain of Life with will come to an end. So the reason why we're sharing today with you this is so that you have an entire month, which is May, to either get products, call those people, pick up the phone, every partner, every member, every VIP shopper, whoever has been sitting on the fence, they don't know whether they want to do it or not, they want to get the product or not, to buy it before the introductory price comes to an end. And I saw excitement on the leadership call that we had. They were really looking forward for this. They understand that with this, great news are coming. So as of June 1st, there's going to be new price on Fountain of Life. Obviously, new launch packages, which we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to have a special training on the June 1st. But I want to share with you what are the benefits of these changes for you in your business. So the new price will obviously increase your profits by 25%. What does this mean? You're going to have an increase on the retail profits, because obviously you're going to make more money per bottle. And I'm going to show you one example. You're going to have an increase on the BQB, which is the bonus qualifying volume. That means all the volume coming from your personal activity, what you launch, what you sell, and what you basically buy from your own shop. It is going to increase the CV in your organization. That means more people buying Fountain of Life, or people buying the same amount Fountain of Life with just more volume. It's going to increase the volume. Once there's more volume in your CV, what happens? You faster going to get a cycle. You're going to cycle a lot faster. If you cycle faster, that means you're going to make more money. You're going to increase the power cycles. That means it's going to be easier to achieve the power cycle level. If you achieve power cycle level, you're going to get more convention bonus. If you get convention bonus, then you get marketing bonus. Once in the company there's more power cycles, obviously there's going to be more shares for MGRS, so you can qualify faster for MGRS. As a result of that, the shares for the MGRS are going to be higher. Then you're going to be able to qualify faster for Car Club program because now there's more volume in your organization. And obviously, if you are leading with the example and helping your first line partners, faster PGB is going to come from your team. So just by changing one little number or one product, which in this case is the fountain of life, it will
CV.
change the CV, obviously, of your entire organization that increases the profits in your entire business.
There's one missing here, Danny. There's one missing here. And of course, not only qualify faster for a car club, now you can qualify for the next level of the car club.
Yes.
Because yeah.
I miss that. It's true. Because if you are qualifying because of the volume for the car, now the more volume you have, you can, get the higher rank car program. And I know that the leaders are super excited about this. Whoever have qualified for car before, now you see the benefits of the program. And not only that, now having more volume, obviously you can get the higher rank. So absolutely that, Ramin, I think is going to get our team excited. So today I just prepared one example for you so that you have a better picture. I always want to remind you that when we are sharing something, we always sharing the lifestyle advisor pricing on a Canadian shop. So today's profit in Canada average is $15 per bottle. So if you have a VIP shopper coming to your website in Canada, buying a bottle of Fountain of Life for $50, the average profit per bottle is $15, correct? So as of June 1st, with a 25% increase, all lifestyle advisors are going to make $18.75 average per bottle minimum. I know you are all independent partners. I know everybody is doing different things in different countries. That's why we put here the Canadian flag and the international, for the rest of the world. Obviously, this price is based on a Canadian shop. It's just an average. It's just an example of showing you how this 25% increase will give you, obviously, what we already talked, retail profits, more volume, more CV, more MGRS, and all of that. It's basically based on, I want you to go to your website to refer to the international pricing, but this price obviously does not include the VATs, does not include the duties, does not include the taxes or the shipping, but it's just to give you an example of how this 25% increase is going to mean more money in your pocket. So if you're in
Danny, this basically means, this is what we call MSRP, manufacturing suggested retail price.
Correct.
Because already, in Kenya, they're selling for 68 US. In St. Lucia, it's about 63 US. In Israel, about 60 something US. I know you guys are feasting on this already. I know in Europe, they're selling at 75 euro, which is 110 Canadian per bottle. So we get that, and that's your discretion, and you can sell it for whatever you want. So if you are selling it higher, which you should be, because this is a grossly underpriced product, this increase doesn't really affect you at all because it falls. You don't have to increase your price on your customer if you're already going beyond the MSRP because you can observe this little change within your costs. So nothing changes from your retail sales in many countries.
Correct. When we were having this discussion with the team, Ramin, I just want to share it with the rest of the world. Even our team in Alberta that is probably selling, I believe they're selling it for $80 Canadian. They were already doing more than the average $15 per bottle or the MSRP, which is the suggested.
Philippines, the same. In Philippines, they're selling it for $80 a bottle.
Exactly. So we know this is not going to affect how you are talking to your customers, but for those who are selling directly through their website, and they are not doing the cash and carry sales aspect of it, like in Israel, which we know people are directly buying from the website because that's how the regulations allow them to do the business, then it's great because now they see the difference of the money they're going to be receiving per bottle. So this is just an example for you to have a little bit of clarity on how this increase will obviously bring more retail profits, more BQB. If you have more BQB, then you are qualified for MGRS. once you have your 500 in MGRS, it leads you to have access to other bonuses. You're gonna cycle faster, which I absolutely love, because people call us in the office every day. What do I need? What am I missing? What do I do? Like, it's just phenomenal how this is going to deploy so many amazing things in the compensation plan. And this is thank you to you, Ramin, because all the compensation plan is designed to overlap between bonuses and between opportunities for the members to have access to more, basically, on the compensation plan. And our compensation plan is so unique that people really absolutely love it. I know Rene was on the call. He loves to be comparing compensation plans with other companies, and that gives him the confidence to go out and talk about Opulence Global. So this is amazing. I just wanted to share with the team a little bit of an example, Ramin, so they know that as of June 1st, the 25% increase on the Fountain of Life obviously is going to change the packages, but we are really excited for the Home Safe Revolution, including all new products into your packages, and we are really excited for that. There's not going to be many changes in terms of the pricing. It's going to be changes in terms of the product that is contained within your packages, so I'm really excited for that. And I don't know, Ramin, if you wanted to add something to this.
Well, yeah, look, Opulence is 2 years old. We just entered our second year, and man, we're evolving, and it gets better and better and better and better. Our customers, I just want to touch on this. Your customers, your Fountain of Life customers, we sold hundreds of thousands of bottles. They've been the biggest winner so far. The biggest winner. If you sold a bottle of Fountain of Life, you did a massive service to whoever you sold it to, because they got a product that should be priced at over $200 a bottle and still be a bargain because of its results. They got it basically for nothing. They got it so cheap because the way I introduced it, and I just wanted to, because it was our first health product, and I wanted it to, for the introductory, they were supposed to raise. So the point is this: now you are offering the greatest service to the world by selling the Fountain of Life, something that no one has access to outside you. Outside you, your people, your customers will not have access to this product. And I want you to start making money on it. I want you to start cashing in on it. It's not just retail profit. I know you're already doing that. I mean, in Sweden, they're selling it for 75 euro, which is over 100 Canadian. I know you're already making retail profit, but I want you to solidify your residual income on this product, because this product will be bigger than Red Bull. This product will be bigger than 5-Hour Energy. Those products are different. Why do I make a comparison? Because they do 5-6 billion a year, and but there are two things they have that we have, except we got many things that they don't have. The only two reasons why they become multi-billion-dollar companies is because the product has a quick result and it is easy to take. Just drink it. Well, FOL has quick result and it's easy to take 10 drops, plus it's got all these health benefits, right? So we know we're going to sell billions of these bottles, and I want you to retire on it. There's no point giving it away for free. So 25% is a very moderate raise. And really, this product should be selling so much more. You guys should continue to sell it at $60, $70, $80, whatever, $100, whatever you're selling it at, whatever your market can bear, you should sell it at that price. But be unified about that. So the packages, our whole revolution was about Home Safe Revolution. Take the toxicity out of the house, because if you've been up to par with the science last 20 years, we know inside of your house is more toxic than outside of your house. That's true with microwave ovens, with all the radiation, with Wi-Fi. Inside your house is more toxic, causes more free radicals than outside your house. I mean, you consume poison every single day in a form of, in the name of a toothpaste, and you've done it all your life, and you've got your kids to do it all your life. So we're passionate about what we're doing. So we call it the Home Safe Revolution. So our next packaging is not, it's the next LA packaging, the LB packaging. It's going to be based on, well, you're going to come in, you're going to get a Home Safe Revolution kit, plus you're going to get shopping credit. So that's it. So there's no other different, there's no other products. Simple. You get a Home Safe Revolution. In that, we're going to have some FOL. You're going to have, depending what package it is, you're going to have some FOL, some Flawless. You're going to have some toothpaste, captive shampoo. So you're going to have, and then you got some shopping credits. Now, as far as the pricing, it's not going to be changed much. I mean, LA, it may go up maybe $50, $100 because of the FOL changes. So we're not really changing the package pricing, but what Daniello said is what you get inside is going to be one package and shopping credit, which is you're going to get the home safe. Why do we do that? Because every single one of you and every single one of your team members should be using all the products, not just the Fountain of Life. You should be using the toothpaste. You should be using the Captive shampoo. The Captive shampoo and body wash and conditioner. First of all, that's a really cool product. The shampoo is also a body wash. It's 2-in-1. And it has the elements of the Fountain of Life in it. It has very luxury products like ingredients like silk oil. It makes your body and your skin and your skull and your hair, you're going to feel amazing. Your skull, by the way, folks, it is nastier than your hands. If you don't know this, there's more bacteria on your skull. It's under the sun. Your hair attracts all the pollution, all the smog, the sweat, everything else, right? So your skull, this is why people lose their hair. This is why people get itchy skull. This is why this is like alopecia. All these things that are accelerated because of our skull is full of bacteria. So we got a product, and of course, what do you use in your shower right now? Axe, some of the shampoo. It's really just a bunch of soap and a bunch of chemicals. We are Powerbomb free with all these great logos because we create the best ingredients. So you need to be on that. Your kids need to be on that, not the stuff you buy. Our concept always been last 12 years. Go to your own shop first for all your personal use, for all your gifting use. Go to your shop first. If you don't have it in your shop, fine, go outside and buy. But if you should be going to your shop first. This is why the membership alone in Opulence Global is worth 10 times what our renewal fee is every year, which is $100. And the $100 is not even 100; it's free because with that $100 you get 2 bottles of Fountain of Life, which now the 2 bottles actually makes you money because the prices go up. Now it actually makes you money. So it's a free membership. So you need to go to your own shop. Now, not just for fashion and accessory, you go to your own shop for all your anti-aging skincare regimen. You go to your own shop for your health product. You go to your own shop for your things you use every day, like your toothpaste and shampoo. So we call that now Safe Home Kit. And Safe Home, so when you get in LA, you're going to get Safe Home Kit, which includes all this, plus some shopping credit, which gives you flexibility to buy what you want after that. And now P comes with a Safe Home Kit as well. So I guess what's going to happen is just LA will have more of them. So it's 2 things moving forward. The end price wouldn't change too much. I anticipate moving within $100 of where we are now. But it's a concept that's changing. So somebody says, what do I give with my LA package? You're going to get a Safe Home Kit, and you get some shopping credits to go shop for gifts or whatever. So what's the Safe Home Kit? Everything you need at home, you're going to basically transfer your bathroom. You're going to take everything out of your bathroom, and you're going to put this in it. So you're buying from your own shop. And you are now starting to cleanse your home to be safe. The Wi-Fi, folks, that you use at home, you need it, right? The cell phones, you need it. So at home, you got Wi-Fi. Outside, you got your cell phones. All of those things cause free radicals. We're killing each other, ourselves every single day. I mean, the science is already there. I'm not saying anything that we created. The science has been there for 30 years. All of these things create free radicals, and we know free radicals cause disease, and that's what kills us. And we got a product that deals with the cause, which is the free radicals. So imagine, put this together, what a powerful machine, health machine we have going here to try to fight against or protect ourselves against all these hazards that we welcome into our home willingly. Like the toothpaste, like Wi-Fi, like the cell phones. So we're excited about where we're going. This also simplifies the conversation. So what's in the LA? Oh, you get the Safe Home package. It simplifies the conversation. It's like MGRS, right? MGRS simplified the conversation. The guy gets in, the girl gets in, and says, what do I do next? Well, I go MGRS. Okay, what's MGRS? Hit 3 things. So it simplifies the conversation. So that when you sign people up, what do you get? You're going to get a Safe Home Kit. and people will continue to get their safe home kit moving forward, increasing their usage, using their own shop, and we live who we are. We live who we are, really who we are. We use a safe home and we sell the safe home. So that's basically the concept about the next packaging, Danny.
I love it, Ramin. Well, thank you so much for this excitement is what I expect also from our leaders on the field. I know people are excited to see all the new products coming out. Toothpaste is really flying off the shelf. People are excited, ordering 10 at a time. And I get really excited because we see the orders every day. We monitor what's happening in the company every day. We look at the reports numbers every day. We know what you like. We know what you're sharing. We know what you're telling people. So we are really excited and looking forward for the new packages. Thank you, Ramin, for the input. So we just wanted to announce you that, as of June 1st, the prices and the packages will change, and we're going to have a special webinar same on a Saturday morning to share with all of you about this great news. But before we go and we wrap up the call, I know we passed over a little of your time, but remember this Saturday locally, we're going to have a phenomenal training. Dr. Alnes is in the house, and he's going to be joining us for a phenomenal full day of training. He's going to be obviously accompanied by our executive team, Ramin and Sanas Human, that are going to be on the event with David Okamoto with our regulatory affairs team. Is going to be amazing training about Fountain of Life, the new patents, all the information you need. So make sure that you're coming. If you are, within 4 hours of driving, grab the car, grab your team, come all the way. Join our event. It's going to be $20. Tickets are 50% sold out already within a couple of days. So we are really excited for that. It's going to be on a hotel very close to the office. So if you need to pick up product and stuff, you can also do that. It's going to be a full day, Ramin. I'm really excited. It's the last minute event, but it's the lifetime event. These type of things don't happen very often in Opulence. So I'm really excited for it too. And it's also
just a couple more things, Danny. You said something that's important. The toothpaste has caused such an excitement. And I said that before it came out. I say, the Fountain of Life will change the world. And we see it, and everything I said, like the Fountain of Life had quadrupled what I was saying because of how effective it is. But I said the toothpaste will outsell the Fountain of Life. Why? Because the Fountain of Life is still a choice, but toothpaste isn't. Mm-hmm. Of course, people are ordering dozens and dozens at one time. And I know now, for example, in Ottawa, they're doing a trade show, not on any other product, only on toothpaste. So they're doing a the very Microsoft toothpaste trade show in Ottawa. And again, you do that, you're going to sell a ton of products because people are looking for these alternatives. My 10-year-old son had never used a regular traditional toothpaste in his entire life. You go to health food store, buy healthy stuff because I understood the toxicity of toothpaste 30 years ago. And there's a lot of people looking for great alternatives. So the point is that we got some very, very, very powerful products that everybody should be on and everybody should be promoting. Now, this opportunity with the Dr. Alnos that's coming down, this is something that was dropped on me a couple of days ago. I said, well, he was coming to New York to do something about seminars, and he's a major scientist worldwide. In fact, he sits on the top 12 board of scientists in Finland. And in Finland, they're only known for one thing, pharmaceutical. That's all they make. You know how they say, for example, Saudi Arabia's oil, right? Well, in Finland, they only do one thing, pharmaceutical. They create medicine. That's all they do. That's why all the American medicine companies are there. There's 12 scientists on the board. He's one of them. So he's doing some seminars in New York. And when I heard that, I said, hey, we got to get you out here a couple hours away on a flight. So he agreed. He's going to be on Saturday. So get everybody on. You know he will sell out. Get your people on 4 hours with the scientists. This may be a once every 3, 4, 5 year opportunity. It just happened that he was there, and I told him to come, and we're a big client, and so he came. He's coming. So make sure, if you're within 5, 6 hours driving, that you drive down with a van with your team. If you can fly down there for that. But buy your tickets now because the hotel is limited. As usual, we tell you we'll sell out, and it does sell out, and we have disappointed people. So buy a bunch of tickets now, and make sure your team will have seats for next weekend. 4 hours. Not only, here's what you can do. Not only you learn a lot about the product, and of course, when you have somebody like him or in MLM, somebody like me in private meetings, you know, you get a lot of information you don't normally get in a training, right? Because now you get some private locker room conversation. Not only you learn so much about the product, second, you'll be able to share your own testimonial with the scientist, because I'm sure he would love to hear that. You'll be able to take some pictures with him. So this is one of those opportunities that doesn't come out too often. So you want to make sure that if you're around, that you come to this event.
It's going to be amazing, Ramin. Thank you for that. So people are excited. People want to have their products. People are looking forward to it. And so do I. I think even us in the corporate office, we are excited when we know, the warehouse is going to be jam-packed, when we know product is coming, everybody hops on it. It's just phenomenal, because we also feel that we're making a difference in your life, right? So that's what we see and what we experience on a daily basis. So I'm really, really excited. Of course, there's going to be online broadcasting we will release with you. It will probably be with the same code that we use for the Saturday live training. It's probably going to be the same ID. We're just going to make it longer, and we will have it available for broadcasting. Always bear with us, because once it's a big conference and we are broadcasting, is never perfect. Is never the person in front of you, and we get all this feedback all the time. So we're going to do our best to cater to all of you internationally that would love to be a part of this event, and obviously can take a part of it online. So thank you so much. Is there anything you want to add, Ramin?
No, I think I am good. It's my time with my great one. And I want to say, guys, let's go make some money. Let's change the world. And I'll see you next Saturday with Dr. Anas.
Awesome. So have a phenomenal week, team. Thank you all so much for showing up for your business. Have a phenomenal week. And remember to go find your 5 contacts a day. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Danny, let's share this link right on our Opulence. Oh, well, here's the thing, guys. I want everybody to go to the Opulence GL page, like and comment. That is our home page. Because when your customers and prospects to go to that, it's a new page, and they need to see lots of likes and comments. So go there, like, comment, and this link, Danny, make sure you input it on that page on Facebook.
You mean the event for next week?
That, as well as this link right here, the recording for this call.
Yes, this one is available every Monday under the playlist training on the YouTube channel.
Okay, but again, then you need to advertise the YouTube channel on the Facebook page, so people will know as well.
Perfect. Yeah, we always blast it as well on the once we let them know that the recording is available on Facebook. But yes.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. So have a phenomenal weekend, and I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Opulence Day.
Have an Opulence Day.